Mr. Sowore, journalist, activist, politician, you have had your own share of a very fantastic, in quote, experience with the police. So I wonder, the window for calls for contribution, it's about 2 weeks for Nigerians to contribute. Do you think that is not enough? What's the duration you're proposing?
It's not enough, because this is not just enacting a simple law. Here we are changing the constitution. The constitution of Nigeria did recognize a national.
So how long do you propose? How long do you suggest that perhaps Nigerians can have to probably engage more with the state's policing bill?
I would say that we wait until the elections are over. Election is a major distraction at this time, and a lot of people who are election is 6 months, barely 6 months from now. And everybody is going to be more interested in how to campaign, how to choose their candidates, and how to ensure the elections are free and fair. To now insert state policing a very major constitutional change or fundamental federal structural change that could lead to structural damage or that could lead to interference with the election is not the best time. That is the only issue I have with the rushed, and that. So when we are done with the elections, we can commence immediately with a conversation about state policing and who we are in terms of breaking down the security architecture in the country.
All right. So I mean, there are a number of issues of national interest to engage your views on. I know that if I ask you perhaps to rate the current administration, I'm sure you're going to reel out a lot they have not done.
The question that you should no longer be asking.
Right? And that's why I want to ask you, perhaps in the last 3 years of this current administration, what is the good thing that you think they have done that you admire and like? What are the positives for you?
Nothing, because I rate the government from a number of parameters, and one of it is security. You know where we are failed. We're talking about the power sector. The national grid has collapsed more than anything else in this country in the last 3 years. We're talking about education. We are now asking our children to borrow to go to school. We're talking about healthcare. Even the president doesn't go to Nigerian hospitals. We're talking about food security. Nigeria is on the list of countries that is regarded as hungry, to the point that the FAO, I think it's the body that's in charge of agriculture and food, the Food and Agriculture Organization. So
FAO.
Yes, considers Nigeria as one of the places you have to send food to in 2026 to feed these people. We're talking about the economy. We have grown the number of poor people from 70 million about 3 years ago to 140. Oh, that doesn't look good. We are talking about multidimensionally poor people. So you tell me, if you look at all these parameters, where I could fit even a good comment, where I can even grade them F. I can't find it. As I usually say, being a former professor or teacher, professors what they call teachers in the US, university teachers, I would just ask the administration to be. That would have been. If Tinubu were to be in my class, I just asked him to go and find another school.
So it looks like you're aligning with the NDC presidential candidate, who is also urging Mr. Tinubu to retire. But it's not a practice in this part of the world that we see politicians get to just resign just like that. But you've mentioned a few things.
I'm not asking him to retire. I'm asking him to go back to school. Yeah, he can go and play primary.
So that's he's educated. I mean, he has a degree from the University of Chicago. But let's stay with the issues, Mr. Sowore.
You don't know that the person who obtained the degree, has government.
So you've